Under the cover of darkness, armored trucks rolled up to the Havana venue in Miami, delivering $50,000 worth of rare orchids. Security teams swept the grounds with signal jammers, while staff signed strict NDAs. In a penthouse high above Biscayne Bay, Chioma fastened a diamond choker, a wedding gift from Davido worth more than 6 luxury cars. Outside, paparazzi drones clattered against a wall of privacy screens. This was no ordinary wedding. This was a $3.7 million white wedding for Afrobeats royalty, where every dazzling display hid layers of secrecy the public was never meant to see. Welcome to Luxury Buzz, your insider pass to the world's most extravagant assets, ultra-wealthy lifestyles, and exclusive luxury tech. If you love jaw-dropping luxury, hit subscribe, like this video, and turn on notifications so you never miss a glimpse of pure opulence. The star-studded build-up. Even before vows were exchanged, Miami felt different. The Havana, an upscale private venue usually reserved for elite corporate galas, had been transformed into Davido's playground for the weekend. It began with Havana Night, a pre-wedding party drenched in Cuban glamour. Rum cocktails, cigar rollers flown in from Havana, live salsa bands, all wrapped in tropical luxury. It was here, surrounded by A-list friends under the glow of amber lighting, that Davido casually dropped the bombshell, $3.7 million. Cash. The room erupted, half in disbelief, half in awe. Guests weren't just walking in, they were arriving in style. Private jets from Lagos, London, and Johannesburg touched down at Miami Opa-locka Executive Airport. Convoys of blacked-out Escalades and Bentleys glided through the humid Florida night. Davido himself stepped out of a brand-new Lamborghini. Chioma pulled up separately in a Rolls-Royce Phantom, a calculated move to keep the suspense high. Security was relentless from the start, invitation only, multiple checkpoints, guards with earpieces scanning every arrival. The dress code, black tie only with no white or cream for anyone but the bride, wasn't just about style, it was about control. In every photograph, Chioma would stand out as the vision in white. Insider moment number 1. The first real taste of how exclusive this wedding was came when a popular Nigerian artist, who thought his name was on the list, was politely turned away at the door because he hadn't RSVP'd through the Inner Circle channel. Davido later laughed about it with him at the afterparty, but in the moment, it showed that no one, no matter how famous, bypassed protocol. The guest list? Nigerian and global elite, governors, billionaires, sports champions, and Afrobeats royalty all in one place. Yet beyond the perimeter, the press was locked out. This was a fortress disguised as a party. Ceremony of pure luxury. By Sunday, anticipation had hit fever pitch. The oceanfront ceremony was a masterclass in curated extravagance. Chioma's entrance was almost cinematic, her custom Alanuco bridal gown gliding effortlessly, the silk catching every flicker of sunlight. The same clergyman who married Davido's parents decades ago stood waiting to bless this union, a subtle nod to heritage that most guests didn't even know was coming. The setting balanced Nigerian tradition with American spectacle. Groomsmen mirrored the theme in camel brown tuxedos. Chioma's bridesmaids shimmered in jewel-toned silk gowns, emerald, sapphire, ruby, each wearing custom designer heels. And then came the first hidden flex. As Chioma sat for the first toast, Davido surprised her with a diamond-encrusted Richard Mille watch worth over $300,000. It wasn't staged for Instagram, no big reveal, just a private moment that still managed to leave the room gasping. Insider moment number 2. During the reception setup earlier that day, guests didn't know that the chandeliers hanging over the dance floor weren't rentals. Davido had them custom commissioned for the wedding, and they were shipped in from Italy. After the wedding, instead of returning them, they were crated and sent to his Lagos mansion. Hidden extravagances and secrets. What made this wedding different wasn't just what happened on stage, it was what didn't make the public feed. Behind velvet ropes, a VIP-only lounge served as the real power room. It wasn't just musicians, it was a strategic mix of Nigeria's business titans, political heavyweights, and global influencers. At one point, Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, chatted casually with UFC champion Kamaru Usman while sipping custom-labeled champagne. Those luxury gift bags circulating in the VIP, rumored to include gold-plated perfume bottles, limited edition tech gadgets, and high-end skincare kits, each worth more than the average wedding guest's entire outfit. On stage, D'banj, Stonebwoy, and Zlatan took turns delivering impromptu performances. Offstage, an unplanned jam session broke out in the VIP lounge. No phones, no streaming, just Afrobeats icons trading verses for a room of 50 people. The kind of magic money can't buy unless you're on the guest list. And then, tradition took over. The famous Nigerian money-spraying ritual, usually Naira notes, went full Miami mode with crisp $100 bills. Reports say Davido's father alone may have sprayed the equivalent of 500 million Naira in US dollars. By the end of the set, the marble floor was a carpet of greenbacks. Insider moment number 3. Security staff later revealed that they actually had to pause the cleaning crew until after dawn because the sheer volume of loose bills made it hard to walk without slipping. Guests joked that the dance floor looked like Wall Street on payday. Security in control. Keeping a $3.7 million wedding secure isn't just about bouncers at the door. This event ran like a military operation. Security allegedly deployed signal jammers during key moments to prevent unauthorized recordings. Guests without gold-sealed wristbands couldn't access certain sections, even if they knew the couple personally. A few close friends were left waiting outside until Davido himself intervened. Photography was heavily restricted. Only the couple's official team had full access. This is why, unlike other celebrity weddings, the flood of high-quality photos didn't hit Instagram until days later. The after-party they didn't show you. When the official reception ended, the real insiders moved to location number 2, a private rooftop lounge overlooking the Miami skyline. The guest list shrank to about 50. The mood shifted from formal to free-flowing. Davido swapped his suit for a silk Versace shirt. Chioma changed into a sapphire blue gown designed purely for movement. The champagne? Armand de Brignac bottles customized with their initials. The playlist? Afrobeats meets Miami House, spun by a rotating set of celebrity DJs. At one point, Kamaru Usman accepted a playful dance-off challenge from Davido himself and actually impressed the crowd. The after-party rolled until sunrise, the Miami skyline glowing in the background. Not a single clip leaked online. That was by design. Insider moment number 4. Just before sunrise, as the last song played, Davido ordered breakfast platters for every remaining guest. Not just any breakfast, but lobster omelets, caviar-topped pancakes, and imported Kenyan coffee. Most guests didn't leave until the Miami sun was well above the horizon. The price of privacy and fame. Davido and Chioma's Miami wedding wasn't just a public celebration, it was a masterclass in selective sharing. They gave fans a show, the gowns, the vows, the glamour. But the biggest moments, the wildest performances, the most heartfelt speeches, the craziest after-party stories stayed locked inside the guest list. In an era where celebrity weddings are live-streamed start to finish, Davido's approach was bold. Control the narrative, keep the mystery. What they didn't want you to see? That's where the real magic happened. And in a world obsessed with oversharing, maybe the ultimate luxury is not just a $3.7 million wedding, but the power to decide which parts the world will never see. If this insider look at what they didn't want you to see at Davido's Million Miami wedding pulled you into the world of ultra-exclusive luxury, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share it with someone who loves the finer things in life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.